Hey guys, Pop the Clutch RC right here, and I guess it's time for another update video. So, as you know, I have joined up with Lockdown RC, and we're putting everything, or every video that we're doing up on Lockdown RC. So it's going to be a little communal hub. So here's my first video going up here. I'm going to have a bash video going up probably next weekend, maybe this week, about Wednesday maybe. So, but for now, let's just go on with the update video. So right here is my slash 4x4. Really, I haven't made one of these ever, so I guess I'll explain everything in depth. So I guess it's going to be a long one. So here has the Proline F150 body, 19 something, I'm not sure, but it's really old and looks pretty good, but it's pretty dirty right now, so forgive me for that. But it has a Savox, what is that? SW0230, and it's really slow, but it has a lot of torque, which is okay for what I do. I don't have to have it be too fast. Then it has RPM all the way around, has SDRC aluminum here in the front, and also the bell crank is SDRC aluminum. Then Proline beadlocks and Proline tires, of course. Has the LCG chassis, a Castle Sidewinder SET. Amazing motor, by the way. If you're planning on getting it, get it. Then I have Techno shafts all the way around with the aluminum hubs for them. And some Proline shocks. Well, those are tracks in the front, but then has Proline shocks on the rear. Probably need to get those replaced pretty soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the slash. Most stuff isn't stock except for bumpers and shock towers, but basically everything is redid and looks pretty good. So now let's move over to the Pro2. This is my sponsorship car. Right now it is not running, and I'm not sure why. That's just a simple body that I painted, but it seems like I'm not sure what's happening. So I think I might have shorted out the receiver with the Savox because it wasn't running a BEC, which is kind of stupid on my part, but whatever. But I have it's a Savox SC1258 TG. It's a really fast servo, probably faster than it needs, but it's a really good servo, really fast, really responsive. But I think it does have a built-in BEC, but it doesn't work very well, so I think that's why it shorted out my stuff. Got Proline tires. I'm not sure what these are. I think they're, what are they? Suburbs, yeah, which are pretty good. But I prefer electrons. This is the Pro2 kit, which I like. It's really good, handled really well. I'm thinking about doing the mid-motor conversion here pretty soon. But I have the Spectrum receiver and Spectrum remote. I got a Turnergy Trackstar 80 amp, and then a Tekin Redline motor, 13.5, censored. And that thing screams, especially with this ESC. That might be what burned out also, but I'm not sure. But it runs really well. It's on rails. I need to get out and race here. Me and Lockdown, I think we're going to be racing here in the next month. School is pretty hectic because it just started up again. So as soon as everything calms down, we're going to be out to the track probably next month, or actually maybe within a couple weeks. So yeah. And now we're to the Rustler. This thing has quite a few differences. It has GRP tires, 17mm hub adapters, full RPM all the way around. Has ARriva shocks in the rear. Here, let me take this body off. Oh, and by the way, this is a Proline Bulldog body, which I like it so far. It handles really well. Put this clip on, goddammit. But Proline Bulldog body handles really well. Has a Proline buggy wing on the rear, and then just a piece of Lexan here to kind of channel stuff over and into the ESC and everything to keep it cool. But I have a Venom 5000 milliamp 3-cell, 11.1 volt, and it kicks ass. I think it is really powerful. It has a lot of runtime. It has more runtime than you'd ever need for a speed car before you destroy the motor. And then I am running it at, I think that's 1954. Yeah, 1954. And then I have an Integy heat sink here, and then a Traxxas wheelie bar with the upgraded wheelie bar wheels. Yeah, and then has MIP drive shafts here in the rear. And that's pretty much it for this thing. It's pretty basic, just a necessity. I just have the necessities on it. I've lowered everything. I've stiffened up the shocks immensely in the rear so it can still wheelie and keep the front wheels on the ground, if you can see that. How it can squat down like that. But it doesn't really need it with all the wings and stuff and crap that's on it right now. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And by the way, it's really freaking heavy. Put this over here. And then here, you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, will have probably seen it. But it is my TC4 I just got and built. Tell me what you guys think about this body. I like it a lot. It's my first fade body where it fades from green to blue. And I think it turned out pretty good. You can see some speckles. I did that on purpose of the blue here and some green back here. That's a bit harder to see. But yeah, it has silver outlines, the fades here, and then I need to paint the rims right now, or here pretty soon. But yeah, I crashed it a little bit. That's why that dent's there. I don't think TC4 is supposed to go upside down, but I learned that the hard way. So let's get this off. And this is a protoform body. I'm not sure what the name of it is. I'm not sure what the name of it is right now. But I'll probably put that in the description. So it has the same servo as the Pro2. Sorry, I'm just trying to clean it. And then it has a same ESC as the Pro2 also, the Trinity Trackstar 80 amp ESC. They do make 120 amp, but that's too big for the motor that I'm running. But that's a great ESC, really cheap. I think it was about $42. And then I'm running a Leopard brushless censored motor, 2-pole, and this thing is cheap. I think it was like $24. It runs amazing. It's really well built for how cheap it is, and it's way too fast for this car though. It's a 5.5 turn, so extremely fast. And yeah, but this is a pretty good kit for only $150. It only cost me $330, but I had the receiver already, and I had the tires already. So yeah, but if you guys are thinking about getting into touring car, this is an amazing starter to get, at least in my experience so far. So yeah, and now we're here. This isn't technically my car, but it is my father's. I basically keep it up, and this is just a regular mini ARriva brush. It has a high-tech something servo. I'm not quite sure. High-tech HS 508 5MG. It's not waterproof, but it has an insane amount of torque, which doesn't really need for this car, but it's nice to have, especially in corners and stuff. But yeah, that's my dad's car. Now here's my mini ARriva. That tire is not bolted in. I should know that. But here, that'll work. I got the these are technically rock crawler bead locks, but they work pretty well. Has the Big Joe 2 1/16 scale tires. I think they're 2.5. I'm not sure what they are, but they're really good tires. They hook up basically everywhere: rock, dirt, gravel, anywhere. Then it has full RPM everywhere. The Traxxas aluminum shock rods, and then a Proline, not militia. It's just a Proline body. I'm not quite sure. I probably need to brush up on all my body names. But yeah, it's basically completely stock on the inside except for the servo, which is the same as the other ARriva. And then all the stuff is mainly on the outside of tires and A-arms and all the linkages and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this thing. It's basically a Summit now. It can't really call it a mini Revo anymore. It's a mini Summit. But yeah. So put that off here to the side. And then here is the Wraith, Axial Wraith. This thing's completely stock except for a couple just mods in the body. And a servo. The servo is the same one that's in my Slash. Probably see it right there. There you go. It's right there. And here I have it where it'll just hinge up like that. Then I have the battery forward mod where you put the battery here. Oh, I need to return that. That's locked down. Overseas battery. Okay. I will return that to you. You're probably missing that. But yeah, this thing is amazing for a RTR car. The tires are really good, which is surprising. And the only thing I think I'm going to upgrade next is the linkages there, and then probably my transmission case, because it's starting to make some weird noises, and I can tell it's going to start stripping gears here pretty soon. But that's for later. Let's see. And I need to ring those holes a bit bigger. Then here, the big ol' ARriva. This thing is badass as ever. It's running. Actually, no, it isn't. I have to do something with the differential. I put it in backwards. It was my fault, but oh well. Has the Mamba Monster. You need to set that mesh also. And then all these cords for all the lighting systems and everything. It has rear tail lights. It has headlights and then fog lights in the top, light bar. And then, yeah, and this is the Desert Militia body for the ARriva. It is holding up amazingly. The paint isn't holding on too good, but oh well. That's what you get for bashing around a car like this. So, yeah, it has Proline trenchers, not the Trencher X's. They're a bit thinner. I prefer them to the Trencher X's. But look how much flex that thing has. Holy crap. That is crazy. Okay, so, yeah. And it has the only real upgrades are the tires and these drive shafts, which I wouldn't call an upgrade. I'd say a downgrade. They suck so bad. Traxxas needs to recall all of these things because they cannot handle anything. That I've snapped 4 of them already. I have 2 left. I had them send me a new pack, snapped them all, and that was all on loose gravel. So yeah, and then it has the anyway, this is what's wrong with my differential. Look at the 2 different ways the wheels are spinning. Yeah, so when I goose it, it likes to try to rip itself in half, but oh well. It has the RPM True Tracks in the rear, so I don't have to mess with the toe in, toe out in the rear, and it has RPM in the front. So it doesn't have too much stuff on it, but enough to make it good. This thing doesn't really need that many upgrades. Maybe drive shafts, tires for sure, and A-arms if you like to bash around a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. Doing backflips and landing upside down and landing sideways and stuff. But that is pretty much it for that. That's all my cars. I sold the Revo 3.3 to get the TC4 because I was getting tired of the Nitro and just wanted something new. So, but yeah, got all my work area. Don't mind that. Don't just forget about that mess. Forget about it. And then here, everything. Then this thing, I freaking lockdown needs to take this back because this thing's a POS. I tried to get it running, but not gonna work. Blast is a piece of crap. But thank you for watching. I should be uploading a video here this week or next weekend, most likely, of a bash video, just of a little compilation from everything, kind of Instagram videos all mashed together with different songs. So, yeah, well, talk to you guys later, and I will upload later. So, see you later. Pop Culture RC, out.